here's the problem right here with Yuri. He played Procházka's game right off the bat. Like he's sitting there. He's not that guy to stand straight and look in your eyes. They stood there and looked at each other for 5 minutes straight. Yeah, it's like let Pereira be Pereira. Don't try to be Pereira. God, he just proved he's already.
He's just such a G, bro. I'm a huge fan of Pereira.
Do you think he's really doing witchcraft, or is Yuri just talking
come
shit?
On, dude. What kind of bullshit we all believe in
Yuri,
right now?
look at how Yuri looks. Who does more witchcraft?
And like he's like weird enough to like believe in that shit. It's like,
have you seen him train? There's a video of him on one leg up reading a notebook.
He locks himself in somewhere where he doesn't drink water and eat food for 3 days in a dark shed.
Why is he doing this shit?
Because it's like mental old karate, like old martial arts.
Oh, he's a karate background?
I mean, that stuff don't work against guys like Pereira.
That's why he wears his hair like that?
Yeah.
Why he just look? I think that's
got to keep your fucking hands up against Pereira.
Why you don't?
100%, man.
100%.
You cannot fight like this old school style versus a guy that is one of the best kickboxers of all time.
They were talking about backstage that they saw some video of him like blocking the calf kick wrong and that he's going to go to the head, blah, 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 blah. Which, yeah, that could have been the case. But from the game plan from the beginning, should have been kicked the head because of the way that Yuri holds his hands and moves and dips and things like that. Should have been a game plan from the very beginning to kick the head. Very impressive by Pereira to set it up with all of his calf kicks. And the one that landed that knocked him out, there was no tell. It was so fast. It was amazing. It was
hey, you see
sick.
what Pereira doing to see with that hand right there? He keep touching his. I thought he only did that to southpaws, but he's
southpaw right now.
Who?
Now he's back to orthodox. So Yuri switches stance.
Oh, see.
Look at that left hook. That left hook is just it's there almost every time.
Oh, okay. So that's why he.
Yuri's
he'll
hands.
paw when
Dude,
the guys.
How could you come back to this fight and just swing your hands around like that when you know he's just going to come at you like that?
And he's got
time.
power.
It's fascinating how Pierre has no wasted movement, no wasted energy. He literally does not throw any feints or, I mean, he does. But
that
like,
slip to right hand just so fucking crisp, dude.
He almost
TJ, I know we talked about it a little bit, but I don't get it. Like zero wasted movement.
Yeah. That was never my style. Mine was more sporadic to where like I want you to try to find my movement. I'm moving around. I'm feinting a bunch. I'm very impressed that he's able to get away with like he doesn't feint much. He's pretty still and he's still able to land his punches and find the openings that he finds without disguising them. There's no wasted movements. There's no feints. It's like
that's crazy.
And he finds them.
You know what? Because he's setting you up though. Because he's setting you up.
He's watching what you're doing instead of him doing his motions to set you up. Like I'm feinting you to see how you're going to move. Yeah. Like I saw the Anthony Smith fight. I said if he would have thrown a right hand left kick, he would have knocked him out because every time he threw something, his opponent moved. Yeah. This time he's letting the guys make mistakes on his own, and then finding them as they come. You know?
That low kick, that calf kick is a setup.
Yeah.
So he don't have to feint and do all this stuff. He's setting you up the whole fight.
He's watching what mistakes you're making the entire fight. You know, as you're fighting, he's seeing what openings are there.
But Yuri should have known all this, right? Going into the fight, the way he fights, the way Pierre moves. Like, I feel like he didn't do any adjustments. His whole interview was about this new.
I mean, not all guys are game planning artists. Some guys are just good at what they do and they can't change their style. Like, he needed to come in with his hands up better and fight a little bit differently and maybe be more wrestling heavy but not guys can't switch it up on the beat.
That first left hook hurt him right there. Like you can barely see it, but Yuri was hurt a little bit from that left hook.
It looks like Yuri's fighting on a whim. Like he's not in like. It's obvious that Pereira's in his head.
Yeah, that's why he grabbed him. I think it kind of rocked him a little bit. You can barely see it. Then he grabbed him. But I see. I mean,
this should have been the game plan anyways. The game plan is you should be making it dirty, put him against the cage, put him in a clinch, take him down. Like the game plan's got to be not stand in front of Pereira. You know what I mean? Because like his power is just unwavering. You can't do it. His left hook is pinpoint, and he's got too much power.
I don't believe in leg locks, but fuck with Pereira, I'd be diving for legs.
Right? What's that Uchimata where you run and roll?
I'd do some weird shit with that motherfucker.
Yeah, you got to, man.
I mean. You got to wrestle. There's not a lot of wrestlers in the division right now.
Yeah,
and it's a good time for Pereira.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was talking about this fight. Everybody's talking about how Pereira is going to be, unbeatable.
I love
He's going to keep going through divisions. His title fights versus regular fights versus how long he's been in the UFC.
He's been in the UFC for 3 years.
Incredible, dude, what he's done.
Like, I mean, I thought it was fast when I won a title in 3 years. Like, won my first world title in 3 years. He's already won 2 different weight classes, defended both of them. Like, it's wild.
They definitely gave him a little bit of a fast track, but he's earned it.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but my second fight in the UFC, I won the title.
Yeah, but how many years did you fight before that?
Fuck you! I thought we were talking about the UFC.
He has 300 kickboxing fights. So in Rampage's defense, let's be serious here.
I didn't throw my first punch till I was almost 25 years old. Won a world title when I was 28.
You're a late bloomer.
How about
He's a what?
Pereira just getting
Late
this thing on the
bloomer.
button right here, just like here, 1 second left. Come on.
Yeah, fight would have been over.
And then the first strike he throws in the second
What
round.
was Jiří yelling at him?
He's like, "Come on, bring it into my guard."
Oh, he's unconscious. He's unconscious.
Like the things like that. It's like, dude, oh wow, he got rocked.
His eyes are back.
Yeah, the thing like this is like you get rocked, the bell rings.
Saved by the bell.
Yeah, it's like, okay, now you know what's already coming. Now he looks look at him. He looks nervous. He's like laughing, looking both ways. He looks scared. He doesn't know what's gonna happen next.
Yeah, because he's about to get night.
Right away. The first thing
And
he
just
throws.
so fast. For a big guy, that was so fast. There was no tail. Like he didn't set it up. He didn't like feint. He didn't like throw a jab before it. Just a switch kick.
So what you think?
Watch him get up. Watch Herb Dean have to help him. Even Pereira tried to help him up.
Yeah.
Herb Dean backed him up.
No,
They shouldn't have helped him.
You
They
don't
should've
let
left
him
him
up.
down
You
there.
sit him down, dog.
Yeah.
That's so stupid.
Well, do you think Erie was still kind of out from that punch?
Yeah, I mean,
But you get a minute to recover though.
I mean, double concussion syndrome, man. That minute ain't gonna matter, right? Like you get dropped, like your brain's gonna be, having some swelling on it. It's easier to get put to sleep again after that.
Herb has got some interesting stops sometimes. I'm not going to say he's the best in that division. I fought Weidman. I must have knocked him out 20 times before
I think
came
Herb,
back.
since Herb fights and stuff like that, I think he kind of feels like he want to give the guy a chance to see if he's going to come back.
Sometimes he calls him fast too. My Ultimate Fighter finale fight, I got rocked for sure, but they stopped the fight pretty quick. I was in on a single leg, but it is what it is. So he stops fights fast too.
No.
I can only imagine how hard it would be, like how fast shit happens when you're in there. You don't want to give these guys shit about it, but it's like shit happens fast.
That's gotta hurt.
You don't see Pereira throw head kicks either, too, right? It's like.
And what were you talking about? You said that Pereira was studying the way he was checking calf kicks in the locker room.
So there was a post on social media talking about his coach was watching Instagram, and Jiří posted a video of him checking calf kicks and doing it the wrong way, keeping his hands down. And so before they walked out for the fight, Pereira said he's going to the head because they were talking about showing him the video of like how he was blocking shit. So he said he watched stuff in backstage from what Jiří posted on Instagram and told his whole team that he's going to knock him out with a head kick.
Oh, has to hurt. Oh my God, done.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Alex Pereira now. At first, I was kind of like,
how could you not be a fan of the guy?
Yeah,
though?
but at first, because I like Izzy, you know what I'm saying? And he was Izzy's nemesis, but I think him and Izzy are cool. And then I met Izzy in Saudi Arabia, and I like the kid. He's a good kid, and one of my old friends.
He's gonna get his belt back, I think.
Yeah, I think he get his
fighting,
belt back.